space and a yoga mat after going through all this struggle, and to come and sit and to be able to re-encounter again with your own energy, right? The energy that you create on your yoga mat. It's almost like I heard somebody say before that coming to our yoga mats is like coming back home every day. To have this little space where we can uh, just reconnect to all the things that are important to us. And so the yoga philosophy and my guru really talks about constantly is that there's only three energies that are in existence in this world. And only three. There is no room for a 1.5 or anything in between. There's only three major areas of existence. And one of them is, of course, the individual soul, the jiv. The second one, of course, is God, or the energy of God, or whatever form you want to associate with him, because he can be formless, but also the most endearing and the most accessible and easy way to connect is in his form, right? In his rup, or in his aspect that has qualities to him or her or them. And the third energy that is in existence is the energy of the material world, which is also known in yoga as Maya. So us as individual souls, we occupy, as we already know, 8.4 million forms of lives that are possible for us to occupy, or forms of beings. And one of those is the human body. And it's only in the human body that we can actually produce actions that result in a reaction. The other ways, the other 8.4 million forms minus one, all the other ones are simply living a consequence of the action. So only the purpose of the existence in those forms is to basically live the consequences of the results of the actions that we have occurred in as a human body. So having a physical body is such a grace, such an opportunity. And we either exist as human beings, or as beings, as souls, and as human beings in particular, because it's the only time where we can actually make choice, either thinking in the spiritual world, in the God realm, in the Brahman realm, or we can think about Maya, or the material world. So we either exist by connecting to that environment and all the stressors that we all know about into the material world, right? Everything is finite, everything is in decay, never is anything increasing and expanding in the material world. That's just the nature of the material world. It just decays and is never consistent, while the spiritual world is the one that provides us with ever increasing and always new and always present and never ending energies, like happiness. Happiness is described that way. That is, true happiness is the one that every bite and every step and every breath is a little bit more, and always a little bit more enticing, and always increasing. There is no end to that happiness, and only that's what our soul really craves. But we only are attached to our senses, or we are only limited, I guess, right now with our senses. And so we think about all these things, and we think that by getting a larger car, or eating a larger meal, or making a bigger salary brings that happiness. And only it does is bring a lot more attachments and maybe complications and difficulty to really be simple, and to really have these moments on your yoga mat of introspection. And so moving the body, The body moves as we exhale, and we allow the movement to again activate that energy that is maybe stuck somewhere in the body. And I allow my head and my shoulders to move slowly towards the front of the body, towards the ground, as if I were stretching my neck, as if I were stretching my back, as if I were stretching my lower back, my hips slowly towards the ground. And I feel my body just softening, and feel the inhalation. And one more time, my hands help me in this movement, and I allow my back. And what is it that I keep in my back? What are the energies that I stored on my lower back and shoulders? In my last exhalation, can I observe that I really surrender that breath out? And with my hands, not my back, allow the rounding of the torso. The torso rounds that back into center position, and I can feel my neck and my shoulders coming slowly back upright, and I can feel my body restacking the vertebrae area, and I allow my body to sit gently on my sitting bones, and my hands are supporting on my knees, on my shins, on my thighs, on the ground. It doesn't matter. Do not go faster or slower for anything. Is your practice, and maybe my chin is able to lengthen towards the sky, and I can allow my tongue to reach for the roof of the mouth and my throat to extend, and I can feel the inner lining of my respiratory tract, and I can feel my lungs expand, and I can feel how the eyes are moving to the back of my orbits of the eye, towards the eyebrows, towards the forehead area. So the muscles that move the orbits of the eye, the entire globe of the eye, are activating, and I can feel how the optical nerve is connecting to the uh, frontal lobe of my brain, and I allow my body to slowly breathe into it. And as the body exhales all the way through, can I feel the chest and slowly abdomen to stretch and then come back as I inhale back into the center. And maybe the right knee raises off the ground, so my right foot is slowly touching the floor, and I can possibly maybe reach my hands towards the left thigh, towards the left knee, towards the left side of my hip. Maybe the elbows slowly come towards the ground. Maybe the forearms come slowly towards the floor. Maybe my head slowly, gently releases into the left side of my body, and my neck and shoulders relax, and my right knee is staying tall and long, and I can feel my body slowly stretching and opening, and as if I twist my spine, and maybe my right elbow touches my right inner thigh, or outer thigh, I should say, on the left, I'm sorry, my left knee. So my right elbow towards my left knee. So I press and allow my torso to twist. So that elbow squeezes into the flat knee on the ground to help my torso twist a little bit and face directly towards the ground, while my right inner thigh and knee slowly stays perpendicular towards the ceiling, and my body twists. One more time, opening those hips. Allow your entire psoas muscles in the inner lining of your tummy, and the head slowly softens and your neck relaxes. In your last long breath, can you squeeze your tummy and feel the twist through the organs of the abdominal cavity? And maybe my hands are allowing to slowly open, and I can feel how that rotation observes my spine to come back into center, that I then rotate exactly in the opposite direction, that my right knee is the one slowly coming towards the floor. My left knee stays perpendicular as much as possible, and my hands maybe come towards the side of my body. And this is far. Maybe this side is a little bit more challenging, more difficult to reach into. It's a lot easier to come into the position. And I slowly walk my way into the ground. And can I feel my hands, my elbows, maybe whatever is the degree of extension into the floor? It doesn't matter. It's not a judgment on your body. It's simply twisting to find that your breath is able to, again, release any tension. We've worked with the abdomen, with working with our lower back, all these yoga sessions. Can you find the entire core of your body? Can you feel how the abdomen is actually contracting, and you can feel the muscles as your abdomen is exhaling, and you can feel how the belly button area moves towards your lower back, and the entire back muscles have to release. They are antagonistic to the front of the abdomen, and as the abdomen inflates and expands, then you allow the lower back to slowly contract, and your abdomen slowly softens. And one more time, squeeze through the abdomen. So if you're just flexing the belly and you're allowing the lower back to stretch, and you can feel the arms, the left elbow supported. One more time, breath in, paying attention to both shoulders, lengthen the crown of the head away from that right hip, exhaling deeply through the waist. And then with your hands, very gently, do not rush. Your back needs to adjust. Your arms need to come in. Feel your body slowly coming slowly to center position, allowing maybe your knees to, or your feet to cross over your ankles and maybe roll over towards your hands and knees until your feet and legs slowly extend towards the baseboard behind you, and your body slowly walks your knees and thighs into the ground as your glutes slowly activate, and you can contract. Again, flexing the glutes opens the front of the upper leg, the connection between your thighs and your hips, that hip flexor area. And the palms of the hands are slowly facing to the ground, and my elbows are as wide as my shoulders. And I can feel how my ribs are slowly extending forward as I were pulling my chest away from the abdomen, my chest away from the hips and thighs. My toenails are engaged and supportive. My forearms are strong and supportive into the ground. And maybe my head slowly extends with the crown forward, as if I were to be pulled from the top of my head away from my toes. And so what is that? What is the effect of that in my body? How do I feel it? How do I connect that? Can I ground my entire pelvic floor, my abdomen, again, those root chakras that give us that grounding sensation, that I'm connected to the moment? Then I can find my long breath into this position. And as my body, and as I exhale, let your abdomen slowly flatten, your rib cage to come a little bit deeper, a little bit farther forward, and the head slowly come gently towards the ground. And you can feel your forehead gently on the edge of your yoga mat. Allow your body to support it gently. And I'm going to switch positions just so the camera can actually capture my movement. You don't have to switch unless you want to. Finding the slow motion of your head into the floor and the arms right next to your shoulders, that the arms then slowly open to the sides of your body as you breathe in, and you travel with your fingers towards the sides of your hips, and your thumbs look towards the ground, and my head remains slowly touching the floor, and my pinky finger points up towards the ceiling. The palms of the hands slowly face towards the glutes, towards the hips, and my shoulders roll gently towards each other. And my head extends away from the toes. And my arms slowly lift off the ground as if my triceps contract. The back of my arms are contracting or retracting, so I can feel the extension on the biceps and the strength of the back of the arms. And my shoulder blades move towards each other. The exhalation supports, the glute muscles are active. I'm pressing through the pubic area into the floor, stretching every toenail, including my pinky toes. When your last exhalation, your glutes, your abdomen, your torso, raise your chest. Your chest moves a little bit forward, a little bit higher. It's not the head, it's not the chin, it's not the nose. It's simply the chest that lifts. The head stays long away from the shoulders. Contract those muscles of your back. Retract your shoulder blades towards each other. Imagine I'm going to place my finger between those shoulder blades, and you're squeezing my finger between your shoulder blades. So your chest extends. One more time. Breathe, toenails to the ground. Let your last long inhalation, deep breath. And when the body is ready, exhale and then release slowly, gently towards the ground. Gently soften to the ground. Find that your hands are gently sliding under the hips, under your pubic area, as if you're just mirroring your sacrum, or the very last few vertebrae, fused vertebrae at the end of your spine. So the palms of the hands almost receive the entire pubic area in the palms, and the fingers interlace on the index and middle finger, and your thumbs cross over, overlap, creating a triangular base through those palms of the hands. And the outside of the forearms and the elbows touch the floor. So the idea is to place your hands slowly in a diamond or triangle right there under your belly button area, even lower towards your groin area, while the elbows and forearms are slowly pressing towards the floor, and your head is never tense. When your body's ready, allow slow exhalation, and then bring your right leg off the floor, and you contract through the right glute muscles. You're flexing through your hamstrings, you're pointing through your toes, you're pressing away, so your elongation is not just a contraction of that right leg, but it's an extension of the right leg away from your body. Breathe in, exhale all the way through. 2 more times. Allow your body to inhale. Can you raise through your thigh, point through your toes, or flex through your toes and contract slowly that foot. When your final long deep breath in, inhale, inhale. And when your body's ready, exhale and release gently that right leg. Find inhalation. Exhale all the way through. Find your body. Again, elbows wide. Adjust. Do not tense your neck. One more time. Right foot into the ground. Your left leg slowly moves away from your hips. And then create an extension on that left side of your torso, all the way from the base of the head. Broaden your shoulders. Engage your intercostal muscles, the muscles in between your ribs, and contract your glutes. Raise the left thigh bone, point the toes, flex the toes, push the heel away from your body until your left leg is really active. And you squeeze and support, and your tummy is not lifted. You're not arching or lifting the hips off the ground. Your hips remain flat. The palms of hands are really receiving that pubic area, the connection of the edges of your hips into the palms of the hands. One more time, breath in, elbows are wide, shoulders broad. Last 2 breaths. Can you really feel the neck extending the crown away from the foot? Last 1 time. Feel the inhalation and feel the exhalation empty through your gut. Breathe in and release slowly, foot and toes to the ground. Find your body. One more time. Bringing your hands from under your hips. Slowly bringing your arms gently, elbows under your shoulders or under your chest, and start raising your chest until your forearms are steady to the ground and the palms of the hands are facing the floor and your forearms are parallel towards each other. And you can, or you're able to slowly press away through your chest and your head extends and you can feel your spine slowly lengthening, not because you're pinching your back, it's because you're holding through your glutes the base of your spine. And so your lumbar area, especially if you have any issues in your lumbar spine, let it extend and feel that your muscles around it are really supporting that base of the spine, and your glute muscles support, and your toenails extend, and your big toe extends, and your fingers are steady. Your shoulder blades are rolled back so you can really move through your chest, and maybe the tip of the fingers, the root of your fingers, holding to the ground, and you raise your elbows off the floor, and you feel your body stretching, and your abdomen supports, and you can move your hands farther forward to give more latitude or more movement or space for that lower back to open. You can move your arms wider if that helps. You can move your hands closer and tighter towards each other if you want to activate the spine. Shoulders are rolled back, shoulder blades move towards each other, your chest opens, the neck is light, the jaw draws in, the crown of it extends. One more time, index fingers are touching the floor completely, so you can really feel the connection of your thumb. Are you thinking about your position? Last more time. Inhale, engage, squeeze. Make those muscles of the abdomen really feel long and exercise them, make them stretch. And then as your body exhales, bend the elbows and release. So again, you're releasing the pressure from the lower back. So the lower back now knows to relax and your forehead touches the ground. Your hands one more time come right next to your hips. Let the pinky fingers point towards the sky, your feet. The closer your legs towards each other, that means for some of us, heels touching, inside of the big toes touching, the more intense the position. And your pinkies point up, your triceps react or retract, and your elbows extend up, and the palms of hands face gently towards the sides of your hips, and your shoulder blades look towards each other. Your chest raises, the crown of the head is not driving the movement up, the crown of the head extends the spine forward, and you feel the elongation of the spine, and the abdomen has the capacity to maybe retract, and feel that every breath, your abdomen retracts a little bit and supports the lower back, and you raise your rib cage a little bit broader, a little bit farther. One more time, the benefits around your spine, right? The column, it is truly the support of the entire body. So find health along the nerves, along the chakras, along the nadis, on your vertebrae column. Find your last long deep breath, strong legs and glutes, and then release very gently. Exhale all the way through. Allow your hands to slowly come under your hips or your groin area in that diamond or triangle form, with your index and thumb overlapping and the hands resting into the pelvic floor, head, neck, chin, nose on the ground when your body's ready. Allow A strong position through your glutes. Hold your glutes, hold the abdomen, the core of your body. The elbows are bent enough so you can feel the elbows wide enough. And then slowly allow your body to start raising your toes and your feet and your legs and your thighs off the ground with your head slowly on the floor. And your legs, the closer they are, the more intense. And hold it. Squeeze your glutes. Raise through your thighs. Breathe in. Very nice. Not raising your neck. Your neck is strong into the floor. You're lengthen the spine. Squeeze your glutes and raise your thighs a little bit taller when your body's ready. Again, do not force. Just sustain. Again, that isometric, the iso connection, the isotonic, maintaining both the distance or the flexion of the muscle fibers as much as the tonicity of the muscle fiber. Let them both activate strength in your last long session. Can you feel your body really, really long? And then exhale and release your legs. Allow the legs to slowly settle. Bring your arms slowly forward in front of your body as you're inhaling and doing it from under the hips, stretching your fingers in front of your shoulders. Allow your fingers to be as far away as possible. This time, you're going to allow the fingers to squeeze into the ground with your arms shoulder distance from each other. And let your fingers start walking in with your elbows still extended and raise your torso, raise your chest, then raise your ribs, then raise your belly, and then feel that your hands keep walking in softly. Do not force. You don't have to go to any other distance except what your body allows it. And squeeze your glutes, open your toenails, shoulder blades roll back, chin slowly drops into your chest so you can really feel the extension of the entire vertebrae column and release tension from our necks. Breath in and breath out. Can you feel your glutes, your abdomen, your spine? Can you feel the belly button area? Can you feel your jaw drawn into your chest? One more time, shoulder blades roll towards each other. Can you really focus to allow enough time for the body to adjust? Not to rush into a position, but to slowly adjust and feel all the parts of your body that needs to be moved. When your last long session happens deeply into your core, allow the exhalation to then release your rib cage forward and you slowly exhale towards the ground. You can feel your body soften your forehead into the ground and you allow your spine to bend, then be rested. Bring your hands one more time towards the sides of your hips. Extend them along the body until the palm hands are slowly facing the ground. This time the palms of hands are facing directly to the floor. The crease of the elbows face directly to the ground along the sides of your hips, along the sides of your legs. Hands facing to the floor. Open your fingers as deeply as your body allows it. And when your body is ready, allow the exhalation to empty through and then slowly raise your right leg off the floor. And you feel your body, not because you're flexing the left toes, it's simply the right leg to move. And your toes are pointed, your toes are flexed, the heel is pressed out, and you really listen to your body. And it's not a wrong or right thing, but it's about paying attention. Are we being present with our physical body? Can we slow down? Take a breath as your body moves and supports the position. And so what are the muscles that are engaged? And what is the thinking? If we really stop anything else and just fully pay attention to that right leg. So what does it require from us? What is our mind needing to do? And I find a constant inhalation, last one breath. And as I exhale, I'm going to allow my hip bone, my thigh, my knee, my shin, my toes to slowly settle to the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Pinky fingers move towards the sky while your thumbs dig right next to your hips or glutes on the floor. And then your torso slowly raises off the ground, allowing your toes and feet and shins and knees to also raise off the floor, and your body arches and you slowly move the shoulder blades towards each other. As if you're just floating and you're just hanging in the center of your belly or pubic bone. And you find your legs squeeze, very nice. Hug your back. Feel that the muscles on the back. What is it, the commitment that you have to engage in to feel those muscles really connecting? Let your last two breaths When and if your final inhalation comes in and you're really secured into the position, let the exhalation release and slowly soften, and find the palms of the hands now looking towards the floor, and your chin, the nose. Are you listening to your body, placing your forehead into the ground? Possibly. What is the best position for your neck and shoulders? Can you allow the body to slowly settle? Can you let your right toenails settle to the floor, the palms and crease of the elbows facing to the ground, and the left leg inhale and lift off the floor? And not because you're lifting your head, which tends to happen. We want to control everything from the neck. We want to control everything from the upper body. Can you allow yourself for a second to really engage? Can I exhale deeply into this position? One more time. Can you feel the left leg to activate? And so what is the commitment that it takes from our mind, from our physical body? What is it that you are discovering? What are the muscles that are contracting here? And where do you find strength? Do you find it just on your neck or shoulders or arms? Or can you find it from the core? Can you find your last? Full breath. Observe your body. Extend it gently to that left leg, and then release that left leg slowly towards the ground, and feel that your left hip, thigh, knee, shin, toes relax into the floor. Beautiful. And let your body, one inhalation to exhale. We're going to very gently bring the arms this time forward and bending the elbows tight next to your rib cage. So the elbows bend, not to overextend. We tend to overbend the elbows sometimes, and that creates strain on the elbow joint or the shoulder joint. So make sure there's enough room, that you feel comfortable. The palms of the hands are adjusting into the perfect position. And we're going to slowly flex the toes under the ankles. And so what does it feel like to flex the position of the toes under the ankles? And the heels are not rolled out. The heels are just perpendicular. And the jaw draws in and the forehead stays on the floor, and you can feel the body slowly steady. And maybe the knees. Allow your knees to slowly come off the ground, and you raise gently your glutes. Well, your forearms are not doing anything but just keep you balanced into the floor. Can you raise your thighs? Can you raise your hips and stay with your belly? Very nice. And what are the muscles that tilt those hips a little bit higher? Can you strengthen the muscles? We have many injuries in the lower back, many injuries into the base of the spine. Can you have the position support the strength of those muscles, right? We want to counteract any injury, and we want to strengthen the muscles that support the root of the back even deeper. Can you find how that supports the strength of your body when your last long inhalation happens into this position? Allow the abdomen and tip of the hips and your thighs and your knees and the toes settle to the ground. Very nice. Breath in. Allow your body slowly exhaling. Feel your arms extended all the way in front of your body, stretching away from your shoulders above the head, and let the palms of hands slowly face each other while your thumbs are looking up towards the sky. And your jaw, again, we tend to look forward towards the palms of the hands. Lengthen and be very attentive and how that affects the neck area. Can you extend the vertebrae column? And you understand that the vertebrae column starts in the base of the head. So aligning that atlas, that first vertebrae, that's where we need to think about, to observe your arms, not to pull your neck, but to widen your shoulders and to feel the palms of hands still facing each other. And when your body is ready, on the pubic bone, on the root of your torso, raise your toes, raise your legs, and raise your arms as if you're just being Superwoman or Superman. And let your, if I were to hold you from your index fingers and pull you away from your body, and raise your arms forward, and the palms, hands maybe look towards each other. And I feel body strong and supported. Beautiful. Breath in. Allow the last 2 breaths. Can I feel my body slowly engaging? Very good. Breath in. Find your tummy. Engage those glute muscles and raise your thighs. And your last breath in. Release. Slowly soften. Bring your body very gently towards the ground. Relax your arms very, very gently. Take a deep breath. And so the spine and the column of the body, the spine lives inside the vertebrae column. And the vertebrae in the orifice they have in the middle receive the conduit, a bundle of nerves that run from the brain all the way to every last part
of the soles and tip of the toes. Breathe in, just be grateful. Think for a second on the complexity of our physical body. Can I feel my elbows bending and the forearms slowly coming gently towards the sides of my torso? And I am comfortably supporting my elbows. My elbows are not over twisted or over bent. And I feel the palms of the hands and the forearms really supporting as if I'm really going to hold on to those. And for some of us, it might be a little bit challenging. You don't have to force, you don't have to be in pain here. We're going to flex one more time the toes under the ankles. And I'm going to slowly raise my hips a little bit, and I walk my knees on the yoga mat, and to help my knees slowly come closer towards my belly, and my hips become a little bit higher, and my hands and arms are not pushing, they're simply holding me. And then maybe my chin or my forehead remains into the floor while my knees keep walking. And I allow my body to keep walking, my knees, my toes in until my body feels my hips are at maximum twist. And then maximum is a very relative term. The elbows do not separate, the forearms do not separate off the ground. Maintain your body tilt, engage. Again, same muscles, the abdominal cavity really tracks. Imagine I'm going to tickle you through your belly. So those abdominal muscles are retracting and holding the entire pelvic floor, the tailbone area, while my neck is not tense, and I can feel my forearms wide enough so my shoulders are broad and not pressing or compressing any of the vertebrae. Last one breath. Can I feel my body really pressing up? And I exhale and release, so stretching legs and toes and torso and head and neck, and my body relaxes. One more time, breath in. Exhale all the way through, very, very gently. When my body is ready, I'm going to slowly bend one leg, whichever one is comfortable, first. And then I'm going to rotate in the opposite side of my torso. So my hand on the same side of the bent leg reaches for that foot, for the ankle, for the toes. And I slowly hold that thigh stretching. The quad muscles, the quadriceps, the four muscles on your thigh area are slowly starting to stretch. And once I'm comfortable there, then I drop my side, my shoulder, my arm, my elbow, and I'm facing directly towards the yoga mat. And I feel now my quads or my knee or my ankles on that side stretching gently. And do not force anything else. Allow your body to stay steady. Maybe the opposite leg, the one that is extended and easy on the floor, comes off the ground, and I can slowly flex it. And I can feel it extending, not flexing through your knee, but flex it off the floor. So your glute muscles stretch, and your stretched leg, this leg on the ground extends away from your body, as if you're just pointing towards the wall behind you, and raise it to your thigh. Beautiful. One more time, not the elbow. Stretch that left leg. If you're holding the leg, stretch it and raise it off the ground through your thigh. Breath in, slowly. Excellent. Now find your tummy. Now find your neck. It's not your neck area. Last long session. Raise deeper so you can feel the muscles, not because it's forcefulness, and let the body exhale and then release slow motion. Left leg, if that's the one that you chose, and your right arm and right leg, if that's the one where you started, into the ground. Breathe in, exhale all the way through. Palms of hands very close to your shoulders. Press through your forearms, raise your chest. Allow your toes to extend, raise your body slowly into just a soft Bhujangasana pose. Breath in, arms as far forward, as close into your body as your back allows it. And you feel that your hands can move, that you're adjusting, you're moving, you're adapting to this position, that you're not over tensing your shoulders, that your shoulder blades shift towards each other, and your chest lifts and your toes extend and walk away from your body. One more time, squeeze through your glutes. Allow the hip flexors, the abdomen support. One more time. Maybe your head remains parallel with your jaw towards the, again, same direction as the floor in your last one breath. Exhale and then open the belly and chest towards the ground and feel the benefit on your spine. Again, never pinching, never numbing, never pain into these positions. Allow your body to slowly soften to the ground. Inhale and let slow exhalation soften. So the benefit of contraction and then exhaling to release. The body gets so much benefit of knowing when to contract And when intentionally we're directing it to release. One last full breath. Exhale as if your body's gently coming closer towards the yoga mat, and take the opposite leg. If you remember which leg you flexed first, flex the opposite one. And try not to lift the hip flexor. That means the opposite side of your glute. That hip is not raised, that you're not lifting your glutes towards the sky, that you're staying flat through that position. And maybe we roll a little bit onto the opposite side. If you are flexing your left leg, you roll into your right side until the left hand comes towards the foot, towards the toes, towards the ankle. And again, not forcing, not tense. It's not your neck. You're not shrugging through your shoulders. You're not struggling through your breath or your face, and you find your body slowly inhale. And let your quads adjust to the position. When your body's ready, maybe your chest starts slowly moving towards the ground. You can feel your leg opening that thigh. And then maybe that's too much, and we need to undo, we need to readjust, we need to reposition the body. Perfectly okay. Your adjustment, your physical body. Exhale, the elbow and the shoulder of that contracted leg, if it's your left leg, is the left elbow and left shoulder, are not tense. You're not pushing them, you're not overextending them, you're giving them enough room. And where is that room coming from? Is it the hip, the thigh, the hip flexor? Are we always leaning forward? Are we always closed, pushing the body towards its abdomen and chest, closing our heart to the world? Can we allow slowly that to be open? And maybe the right leg is easily lifting off the ground, or maybe this is the challenge side, and the right leg slowly extended, presses away from the ground towards the ceiling and towards the wall behind you. And you breathe in and you breathe out. Very nice. Can you feel what muscles are engaged here? Is your neck engaged? Is the base of your head tense? Or are you feeling your jaw, the forehead, the breath? Can you align? One more time. Height is not what we're looking for. Intensity is not what we're aiming for. It's just simply connection. That your body enters into this perfect yoga so you can feel deeply the connection to your body. Your last one, deep breath. Allow the exhalation to slowly empty through your gut. Breathe in. And then release your right leg. Your left arm softens. Your left knee slowly softens. One more time. We're going to allow the body to slowly come with your hands next to your shoulders or far in front of your shoulders, and start raising the chest into Bhujangasana position. And we adjust our Bhujangasana position. That means that your abdomen supports the back, that your lower back feels a little bit more deeply extended, or allow that your jaw and head slowly extend the cervical spine, and the root of your tailbone area and your toenails extend away from the top of your foot. And one more time, feel the belly button area supportive. Maybe your head slowly looks towards the ground. That feels great for your body. Maybe your head slowly looks just directly in front of your body, and that feels okay. Or maybe you can extend your chin towards the sky and opening your throat, and your eyes roll slowly towards the direction of the crown of the head. And so what does it mean to not flex the spine, but to lengthen the spine in this position? That your abdomen and chest really lift the upper body, and to extend and give room for your shoulders to separate as far away from the base of the spine. One last time, breath in, really use your breath. And then exhale, release in the opposite direction. Find the spine slowly coming towards the ground. Beautiful, deep breath. Exhale. Very, very gently. We're going to allow the body to slowly rotate, roll over one side, so your back is now flat into the yoga mat. You adjust yourself very gently into this position, not forcefully, not quickly, and let your knees be bent for a second, so the lower back flattens deeper to the ground. Your shoulders are slowly coming deeper to the floor, and the back of the head is really extended. So your neck area is not arched
off the floor, but slowly lengthen. And we tend to put a lot of pressure into that spine. We tend to bite our jaw. We tend to press our chin out and create lots of tension in our shoulders. Our shoulders tend to be raised. We can now take a conscious opportunity to lower those shoulders, and the abdomen becomes very active while the right foot stays steady to the ground. The left leg gently contracts in, as if you're just bringing your left knee into your abdomen, into your chest, and your hands hold that left or guide that left leg into your body, and you flex slowly and let your abdomen supportable. The shoulder blades and the back of the head slowly stretch, and you feel your crown head extending away from your tailbone. Allow your thigh and abdomen to support the position. One more time. Feel the breath. Exhale all the way through. Can you feel that flexion? When and if your body's ready, allow the left leg to stretch slowly towards the sky. So if you're just pointing the toes towards the ceiling or pointing the ball of your toes or the heel of your foot towards the sky, and your arms hold the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot. Allow your body to slowly not lift the shoulders. The shoulders are grounded. And just simply feel what it feels like to extend. One more time, observe. How is this counter to the movement of the muscles that we have done a few minutes ago? And how can we balance both sides of the body, right? The back is hugely important, that is supported and strengthened, and the core muscles really support that. How is it that we can actually extend that leg and bring it closer towards the head with every breath? One more time. And so what is it? What is the mind trying to really look for right now? Where is it going? Where is our point where it's always trying to go? And can we bring it back? Let your last exhalation to empty through your tummy, and then raise the left leg up, letting it go as your left knee bends and you place your left to the ground, your left foot to the floor. Breath in. Compare right and left side. Pay attention. Get to know your physical body. When the body is ready, the right knee then contracts. Inhale it into your abdomen, into your chest, and use your fingers to interlace over the shin, over the knee, and then flex thigh over abdomen over chest. And observe what happens as your thigh. If I were to press you from the shin and feel that your leg is coming closer towards your tummy, what happens to the abdominal area? What happens to the organs in between? What happens to the lower back positioning? And observe your body slowly lengthen the spine. We contracted, we supported that lower back area. Now can we allow that lower back to be a little bit longer and the muscles to really start letting go, and feel that your exhalation empties. One more time, the abdomen deeper to the floor. And when your last inhalation, the breath really opens, shoulder blades, rib cage, exhale to your tummy, and then raise your right leg. You can use your hands on any placement around the leg, or you can maybe choose not to use your hands and arms and simply maintain the right leg, pointing the toes, flexing the entire foot. Is your right knee really extended? Or sometimes even we prevent from that right knee, or we're not aware on how to extend that knee. Can we activate the toes? So the toes are the ones that drive the knee to be extended towards the ceiling, and I can feel my body just opening towards the sky. And I exhale because my abdomen is retracting towards the floor, flexing that belly button area. Again, these are very conscious movements to strengthen the core, that midsection, the lower back issues, the abdomen issues, the gastrointestinal issues, all those midsection of the body issues. Find that your hips, your spine, your torso, it doesn't mean that you're going to fix them in one breath. Just simply means that we are paying attention, allowing the healing process to start and to continue, and to be constant in your last two breaths. Feel that the right leg comes a little bit closer towards your head. So you're opening those Again, sciatic nerves, the IT band, the hamstring muscles, the back of your legs are really extending while your thighs, the front of your body, your hip flexors, your abdominal cavity are contracting, right? Those are antagonistic muscles. Everything in this life, there's this yin and yang. Can you let your last long inhalation to support? And as your body exhales, gently, slow motion, bend that knee, place that right foot into the ground, and let your body slowly exhale. Very nice. Breath in. Observe your belly button area to be released towards the base of your lower back. One more time, shoulders, elbows, and arms are not tense. And as the body exhales, slowly empty through your gut area, retract both knees into your abdomen and chest. Exhale, exhale. So your inner thighs are maintained at the same distance. You're not separating your knees wider than the hips. Keep your legs as parallel as you can and allow the feet to be either wider or closer. It depends on how close your knees are connecting to each other. And observe the abdomen. Your hands may hold the legs, may hold the thighs, may hold the glutes, may hold the knees, the shins, the toes, whichever is comfortable, or simply the hands can rest on the sides of your body when your body is ready. Can you find that your glutes are slightly lifting off the floor as if you're just rolling your hips? Imagine that I'm going to press you from your knees and shins, and your glutes and your lower back starts to raise a little bit higher off the floor, and you're coming more into the kidneys, into the shoulder blades. And maybe your hands helping the pulling of your legs, or maybe your hands on the ground, press a little bit deeper. So your hands, as they apply pressure, the lower back raises and your jaw draws in. One more time, observe your physical body. To exhale and support. What are the parts of the body that are contracting and what are the parts that are extending? Where is the contraction? Where is the antagonistic relationship? One more time, we observe, are we contracting, strengthen one side and lengthen the other in your last long inhalation? Exhale all the way through, slowly soften your hips, your glutes towards the ground, bring your legs gently towards the floor. Find your body, exhale. Bring your arms from the sides of your body. And maybe your arms slowly open wide or raise them above the chest and over your shoulders, and they drop over your head with your elbows as bent as they need to be, or the elbows as extended as you prefer them to be. And find that your movement of the arms doesn't raise the back of your neck. Right? Another trigger point. A lot of issues happen around our neck area. Imagine I'm going to place my flat palm on your belly. And so what happens to the lower back? What happens to our inner thighs and feet? And can we adjust that? Are you still paying attention to your body? Can you feel the lengthening of the spine? And when your body is ready, observe slowly the position of your feet and knees without adapting or without changing those. You can adapt, you can micro adjust, raise your hands about 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and you point your fingers farther away from the underarms or from the shoulders or from the head without raising your head. Breath in, arms lift again 2 to 3 inches off the floor and feel that your fingers extended and fly away from your torso. Can you flatten your belly? Are you arching your lower back? Can you support your arms a little bit longer? Exhale, beautiful. When your body is again connecting to those shoulders, it doesn't matter if the elbows are bent, just simply allow your arms to maintain an even position. Maybe as your arms stay in position, your legs slowly contract or flex your knees in and then extend the legs towards the sky. And you can find that your toes, balls of the toes or heels, as we always remind us, there's options about the position. Extend towards the sky. And can I feel my arms, not the back of the shoulders, my arms completely off the ground, and feel that you're allowing the neck to always extend the spine and your shoulder blades are not pushing the arms to the floor, but lengthening your shoulders away from the torso and your midsection engages. One more time, breath in. Allow your body to last full extension. That you feel your arms and legs really active, and then exhale, knees and then arms, bending the elbows, placing the feet to the ground. Exhale all the way through. Very nice. Place your hands slowly on the floor. Relax them, breath in, allow your body to release any tension that you might have unintentionally created into any part of your body. And the importance of contraction and relaxation. Observe last full breath into this position, your lower back, your abdomen. Allow the inhalation to slowly activate the right leg and then extend your right leg all the way in front of your body as if you're just brushing the heel towards the ground. Doesn't mean that you're touching, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily lifting the leg all the way up. Slowly let that heel to be just brushing through the floor. Can you activate them? What are the muscles that activate the hip, the abdomen, the entire right side of your rib cage as your hands and elbows still connected to the ground? Is the neck not tense? Is there a place where you're putting pressure in your body? When your body's ready, allow your right leg to raise towards the sky. Feel that right leg reaching as tall as your leg engages. One more time, breathe in, exhale, exhale. Neck, back of the head, back of the shoulders, micro adjustments. Make sure that your body's aligned. When your body's ready, the right leg slowly moves towards the right side of your body. Move it out to the right as if your right leg is about to touch the floor through the tip of your toenails, not through the outside, not through the pinky side of your foot, but through the top of your foot, to the top of your toenails. And maybe your right leg touches. And it's not all the way forward, but it's exactly as far out to the right side of the right hip with your left leg and left knee is still connected and your shoulders and your hips grounded. Again, find your place of connection. Feel that you're holding that thigh out of the ground. If I were to hold that ankle and pull it gently off the ground and towards the underarm or shoulder, what are the muscles of the hip? What are the muscles of the waist? What are muscles of the lower back that are really connecting? When the neck and shoulders are balanced into the floor, raise your right leg towards the sky, directly towards the ceiling, all the way up. Beautiful. And exhale all the way out. Maintain your spine long, deep breath in. Maybe your body's ready to allow the right leg to cross all the way towards the left side of your body, crossing it over your left leg, and your left leg falls. Your left leg rolls into the floor and your right leg just presses as far out to the left as possible, not to the front, not towards the foot area, but towards the shoulder, towards the ear. And feel that your right leg is as bent or as extended as it needs to be. And your shoulders are flat. Your neck is always cared for. And open the waist, open the outside of that right side of the hip. Feel your tummy supporting the shoulder blades into the ground. One more time, breathe in. And so what does it feel like that your body squeezes your tummy? Can you commit strength, not to push through that left leg, but to support through the right leg? Last long inhalation. And you empty your gut and then slowly return into perpendicular. Right leg, left knee, extend towards the sky, hold it, breath in, bend the right knee, the right foot, settle to the ground, inhale, both feet slowly settle to the floor. Breath into this position. Observe the difference between your right and left side, and when and if your body's ready, your left leg extends in front of your body as if you're just pressing it away from the hip, and then hovering gently above the ground as if your toes, ball of your toes, heel of your foot presses away. And you hold it, and your knee doesn't have to be extended. Your knee can be bent, and you can stay slightly above the ground. And imagine that I'm going to place both of the palms of my hands, and I'm going to press you into your belly so your lower back comes really flat, closer to the floor. It doesn't mean that it has to be flat. It doesn't have to look like we expect it to look. It just simply needs to feel that it's connecting those muscles, that I'm taking time to feel. Even my hip flexors, even my thighs might be slightly engaged. Can I transfer? Can I really connect to a different muscle? Can I focus my mind into that glute, into that lower back, into even higher on my ribs as the body exhales, raising that left leg slowly towards the sky as if I press gently the toes and fingers, the toes and the heels towards the ceiling, whatever is the best position for my ankle on that left leg, and I feel my body
just long, strong, and steady. When the shoulders, when the back of the neck, when the back of the hands is flattened to the floor, I find a full inhalation. And I exhale through the tummy in your final long, deep breath. Not forcing anything. Let your left leg open wide to the left side of your body. As if you're just opening the toes into the ground and rotating. So the idea is to rotate that leg so the inner thighs open and you're stretching through your inner thighs. And your right foot stays steady. Your shoulders are flat. Your thighs never tense. Your hands may maybe help into the position of your leg if that's needed. And your toenails may or may not touch the ground, completely irrelevant. Your foot comes closer towards the ear rather than away from it, and your spine lengthens. And so, what does it feel like to adjust your shoulders, not tense through your fists? Open that left leg really wide to the side of your body, to the complete left side, as if your left leg is perpendicular towards the hip. Inhale, exhale all the way through. One more time. Observe your body. Can you feel the inner thighs? Can you feel your hips? Can you feel your right knee still perpendicular? One last long inhalation. Observe your abdomen really emptying, and then kindly raise that left leg slowly towards the sky, raise it towards the ceiling. Observe your body. Maybe your left hand helps that left leg come into that center position. When your right foot is steady, bring that your left leg exhales again. And the process of moving is super important, that we pay close attention as we drop the right knee to the right side of your body and the left leg comes across and my left leg stays just hovering over the ground. And my shoulders are not tensing, I'm not fisting my hands, but I'm slowly focusing on where is it that I need to place my attention. Is my right hand and arm needed to support that left leg in position? Is that okay to have a prop that my body allows? Can I allow my head and neck to be always aligned and not having to be forced or carrying the entire weight or pressure of a pose? Is my breath labored and difficult, or can I still remain gentle? Let my exhalation really clear my shoulder blades to the ground. Can I stay and remain actively clear in my mind in your last one deep breath in? Exhale all the way through. Allow the left leg to slowly and gently carry up again with your right hand helping the leg if you need it, to slowly carry it gently towards the sky. Breathe in, bend the left knee, slowly exhale. Very nice. Feet settle equally towards the ground, back and shoulders relax, hands adjust, breath in, exhale slowly, blaze softly, the palms of the hands under or the back of the hands under the hips. So the palms of the hands are going to slide gently under the lower back area or the very sacrum area. So your fingers are going to support the back of your hip on the right and left side. So you're almost raising the height of your hands, the hips off the ground. So place them as if they were cushions right under the pelvic area with the palms of the hands facing the floor. Elbows bent, shoulders never tense. And when your body's ready, legs slowly come and flex off the ground and raise your legs towards the sky. Completely raise your legs towards the ceiling until they become perpendicular and your hands are under your hips, under the lower back. Breathe in and breathe out. When and if the body is able to stay in this position, find that your neck and shoulders are not tense. Breath in. Exhale through your belly, the belly slowly lowering that lower back. Hugely important to support your hips, to support your lower back, those core muscles. Allow gently the abdomen to flatten when you exhale. So your abdomen to sink when you exhale. Inhale, expand it. Breathe into that diaphragm. One more time, exhale all the way through. In your last long inhalation, feel your body inhales deeply into your legs and open your legs outside your body, left and right. Slowly together, open your legs wide apart. Breath in, never lock your knees. Exhale, point, flex,
the entire foot to any degree that you need to when your last long exhalation. Can you feel your inner thighs opening? Raise your legs towards the sky. Deep breath in. Bring your right foot in front of that left ankle. So you're crossing or crisscrossing your legs, and slowly exhale. Feel that your hands press gently a little bit deeper to the floor, and allow your elbows to maybe extend. Release your hands from under your hips. Allow your legs to slowly stay crossed. Your hands maybe release from the pressure of the hips in the back of the hands. One more time. Breath in. Squeeze your inner thighs as if your inner thighs are squeezing tighter towards each other and your legs become taller towards the ceiling. One more time. Breathe. Squeeze your inner thighs against each other. Let your last long inhalation. Deep breath. Bend your knees and let your feet uncross. Let your legs slowly settle to the ground. Soles of your feet settle to the floor. How does that feel for the tummy? How does that feel for the hips? How does that feel for your inner thighs? Allow the lower back and shoulders, palms, the hands and fingers to relax. One more time. The contraction and then let it go. Beautiful. One more time. Feel the breath. Allow the exhalation one last time when your body is ready. Allow a kind exhalation that your hands one more time are going to support the hips by sliding fingers under the pelvic area. Find a comfortable position for those fingers, for your hands, for your thumbs, and let your elbows and shoulders not be tense. Once those hips are slightly raised and you feel support through your hands, if that's possible, flex your knees lightly and raise your legs and hips slowly towards the direction of the sky. And feel your body slowly opening the back of your head, extending your knees, pointing your toes, breath in, open your legs wide as you exhale, as if your inner thighs are stretching away from the center of your body, holding breath in, rotate from your inner thighs out. Two more times. Find balance through the right and left side of your body. Are you hugging? Are you just letting your legs go if that's what's most appropriate for your body? Or are you connecting and holding the joints if that's what your body needs? Find the difference, experience, right? And experiment with your body. Let your last full exhalation, empty gut area, strong. Inhale, raise your legs towards the sky. Inhale, inhale. Allow your left foot to come over the right shin or ankle, never locking your knees. And your hands slowly exhale and open away from under the hips to relaxing on the sides of your body. And I squeeze my inner thighs, pointing toes or flexing my toes or pressuring the heels away from your body so my inner thighs and legs are really tight and I can really secure it through the core of my body. So I'm really using my abdomen. I'm really pressing my lower back to the floor. I'm really breathing deeply from the core. One more time. Observe your body. Exhale in your last two breaths. So what does it feel like to isolate the movement and not tense your face and not tense the shoulders or tense the parts of your body that we usually tense? And as we exhale, we bend the knees and we uncross the feet and let the feet slowly come towards the ground, and we exhale very gently into this pose. Very nice. Opening the legs a little bit wider than maybe hips, maybe all the way as wide as our shoulders, and the heels remain on the ground on both feet, and the toes start raising off the floor, and knees drop towards the left side of your body, as if I were to place both knees in the direction of the left side of the torso. And the heels are the ones that are the pivoting points, and my toes adapt. They flex, the point, they adapt the rest of the foot. So I'm not twisting my knees. I'm just simply rolling my inner thighs to the left. So my right inner thigh, my right knee aims towards the left ankle or arch of the foot. And the abdomen flattens, the shoulder blades are softened to the ground. One more time, breathe in. Exhale all the way in your final long deep breath. Allow your belly and your chest to really empty, and then raise again, pivoting through the heels, not the toes, your knees up. And then exhale completely in the opposite direction. Adjust, micro adapt your position. Do not raise the shoulder blades if possible. And point with your left knee towards your inner thigh, towards the right ankle. Exhale, slowly emptying your shoulders, neck, spine twist. One more time, breathe in. Flatten the belly when you exhale. Feel the entire waist of the body. Again, we're really thinking about those deep organs, deep muscles into the core of the abdomen when your last two breaths happen. Gut area, lower back, shoulder blades, neck area. Inhale, inhale. Drop chest and belly, and then slowly raise one more time towards the sky. Breath in. Exhale all the way through, very, very gently. Allow your feet to be steady, the heels to be steady, the hands to come right next to the hips on the ground, palms of hands facing towards the floor. Allow your feet to be at least hip distance from each other, and then start rolling your hips off the ground as if your hips are coming off the floor and you're moving or shifting the weight of your body into your shoulder blades, into your elbows, and your elbows maybe dig a little bit deeper towards the floor and come closer towards each other. Raise your hips, drop the belly. Imagine I'm going to just tap you on the belly button area. So your belly drops and your glutes are held upright. One more time. Breathe in, squeeze in the glutes. Exhale your belly. One more time. Find a last long inhalation. And as your body exhales, separate the shoulder blades and round your spine. Massage the vertebrae column from the shoulder blades towards your tailbone, and exhale slowly. Very nice. One more time. Breathe in. Lengthen the spine. We tend to create so much tension in our back. Let it all exhale out. One last time. Can you feel your body breathing in deeply and exercising your abdomen to really sink towards the floor and raising, massaging those hips, raising your hips slowly a little bit taller. Maybe your shoulder blades and elbows roll a little bit under the chest, under the back, and your arms are pressing to the ground, your elbows dig deeper to the floor, your neck is light, your head is not pushed. Maybe your hands come slowly under your hips if your body is able to raise the hips high enough. That's not a requirement, right? But for some of us, the hips are tall enough that the hands and arms are able to slide under the hips. For some of us, that's straining the thumbs, straightening the wrists, forcing the position of the neck and back. Completely irrelevant. You don't have to go any farther than that. Find that your body's ready, that your chest moves towards your chin, that your body lengthens through the triceps, elbows, and shoulder blades. Last time, breathe in, really opening those hip flexors. Use your breath. Inhale, and then release slowly from the neck. Relax the entire vertebrae column, all these muscles that we've worked with, all the tension that have been built into your vertebrae column. Relax and gently towards the ground. Allow gently for your knees to retract in, for your hands to come into your inner thighs, maybe into your inner calves, into your ankles, and allow your heels maybe to touch the soles of your feet to face each other while your knees are wide, wide apart from each other. And your heels come closer towards the groin while your inner thighs move outside the hips. Elbows and forearms press into your inner legs, and your toes are facing gently towards the ceiling. And then pull lightly your heels and feet towards the groin area. So you extend your inner thighs. One more time, allowing those hips, all the muscles that we contracted, all the muscles that are holding our back and the lumbar spine and the entire base of the body, feel that they're actually moving and the hips are actually rotating wider. If I were to press through your feet into your hip area, can you feel the lower back? Can you feel the neck? If I were to slide my hand right into the base of your head, feel just gently how the spine lengthens. Beautiful. And find how the vertebrae column just heals lightly and the jaw draws in softly. One more time. Can I allow my belly? Can I allow my entire abdominal cavity to slowly exhale? Never locking your elbows, never locking your shoulders. Very good. Do not force. Feel last two breaths. Is the neck? Is the shoulders? Can your spine be settled? Very nice. Breathe in gently, lengthen that root of the head. When your last full breath comes in deepest into this position, exhale, feel your body just breathing all the way through. And then very gently start letting go. Let that movement just soften with your breath, your legs, your knees, your ankles. Let the feet slowly come towards the ground. Observe your back readjusting for a few seconds. Settle slowly your feet onto the yoga mat. That the back and shoulder blades are flat into the floor, that the legs start maybe walking a little bit farther away from the hips towards the corners of your yoga mat, that your arms and shoulders are released on the sides of the torso, and the heels of your feet walk farther away from the base of the lumbar spine. That the root of the head that we focused a few seconds ago still moves away from the base of your back. And the arms and the hands and the shoulders and the fingers and the thighs sink very gently towards the ground. Is there a place where we are still holding tension? Can I softly take a few seconds to take inventory? To let all the activities of the day, of the past, all these memories or all these emotions that may have arisen, to just be simply released. And that my body dislodges tension from the big toe, from every toe on my foot. That I can feel the energy of the ankles and heels and calves, knees and thighs. Release any tension, maybe from the root of the legs into my hips. Maybe I need to move again my heels and toes and feet to really feel the length of those legs. Maybe the belly button area moves a little bit closer towards the ground, and my shoulder blades and arms and elbows soften a little bit deeper. Can I think about my fists and my hands? Can I allow, instead of grasping, to love with an open hand, to really let go of every one of my fingers, from my thumb, my index fingers. Can I breathe through my middle finger and ring finger? Can I let my pinky of the hand relax? Can I feel how my lips are softly touching each other to soften the muscles around the mouth? My chin and throat and tongue relax towards the roof of my mouth. Can I bring attention to the roof of the mouth and how that palate connects to the base of my brain, and how that breath that I brought from the toes along the body through my spine connects through the palate into my head to relax my ears, to open the sides of my head and forehead, to sink my eyelids and eyes a little bit deeper. And my breath becomes more rhythmic, conscious, but gentle, not forced in any way. I truly invite my body to surrender. The more room we leave for that divine energy in us to manifest. We think so much in controlling. The Western mentality has allowed us to build our ego. We have to do this. We have to control or be on top of this. And we shift our mindset, even if it's for just a few seconds. To make space, to clear room for that divine love to be expressed through our body. Very, very kindly, in soft, gentle breaths, not to alter, not to change quickly, but to almost maintain, almost trying to keep the sacredness of that breath and energy in our body, to keep that soft movement. That movement is simply an expression of our internal energy. It has nothing to do with the perceived strength or control, but quite the contrary, that we are becoming just rhythmically engaged with the breath and the energy that runs through us, that we engage hands and fingers and feet and toes, and we bring the legs closer towards each other as if you were just stretching, as if you're waking up, and your legs maybe stretched through your toes or heels and the arms above the head, and your body stretches deep, deep, deep stretch. Very nice. And relax. One more time. Again, that helps the body reset. So extend, stretch, and just really feel that your body stretches as deeply as your body allows it or needs it. And then let the rest of your body settle. Walk gently your feet in. Maybe one knee is contracted and you place your hands on top of the knee, behind the kneecap, on the hamstring, and on that one leg, while the opposite creates a soft momentum, not a rushed movement, a soft momentum, pressing the opposite leg out, and the body rounds gently into sitting pose, very, very gently, rocking the body into sitting upright position. Your head is the last part that you want to press all the way up. Your head is slowly softened. Your jaw is drawn in gently. Invite the body to sit in the most comfortable position while your legs and feet and arms find adjustment. And do not rush. Abrupt movements is exactly what we want to maybe avoid. And take your time. You don't have to catch up with anybody. You don't have to move in any direction that you don't feel comfortable moving at this point. Safeguard that energy and the sacredness you've created within you. Sit comfortably on your sitting bones as we really occupy our space in this world, as we find our seat and our placing and our contribution to the environment around us. And that contribution is not from the things that we do externally, but it's about aligning our intentions to becoming conduits. That the palms, the hands, and the arms are slowly coming towards the mat, towards the ground. Feel the energy of Mother Earth. And with a sense of gratitude, allow your arms to carry and expand the energy around you as your arms raise towards the sky. Palms and hands slowly touch so you can feel the energy, those little chakras in the palms of the hands. And with your subtle energy, bend the elbows and bring your thumbs into your heart center. And invite your body alignment. So, how can we rewrite the script? All these things that we've been told over and over to being a hero, to being the savior, to being the stoic, rather than just being of service. To allow ourselves to open our hearts in vulnerability so we can truly experience a sense of peacefulness and harmony. They're not just words, but now they're a sensation of observation into our own truth. And through that truth, to experience and manifest selfless, divine love. Thank you for being here. Even though we have tons of parking spaces now.